Hey everybody, can y'all hear me? Oh, I need to get my other phone. Hold on. Where is it? It's my purse. Okay. I hope this phone is charged up. I can't see my comments. Hey Slim. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up, put it on my other phone too. How you doing on this Good Friday? Um, I basically came on today because I had a little incident that happened today. Hold on, take this thing out this chair because I can't stand this noise. I have this in this chair for when my sister comes over. She don't like to sit low in this chair. But it annoys the heck out of me. And I be sitting up too high. Oh, I was doing fine until this morning. Well, I've been dealing with this for I want to say, well, he just moved in, but I've been dealing with it ever since I moved here. And it, people is so rude. And I didn't want to have to do what I did, but I did it. I'm gonna wait till a few more people get in here. I never seen this person before. Hold on. Okay. I turned on subscribers mode only. But anyway, as I was talking about, um, whenever I pull out of my driveway, it's like I gotta maneuver my car a certain way to keep going off of this curb. And my car is a low profile car, it has rims on it. And when you jump a curve, constantly jump a curve, it will mess with your axle on your tires. So my car has been making a noise with like whenever I turn my wheel, I notice it has been making this little crackling noise. So, hi Sassy, welcome to the live. So I've been dealing with this, and like hindering myself to make other people comfortable to the point where no, I'm not finna keep doing that. So this morning I have been waiting to talk to this person that lives directly across from my condo. He lives in another whole other unit. So I saw him outside this morning, and so I slowed down and I said, "Excuse me, sir." I was nice. I said, "Excuse me, sir." So he walks over and I said, "Could you please pull your truck up?" Now, this is a big truck. I said, "Could you please pull your truck up some so I won't have to keep maneuvering my car jumping off a curve every morning to keep from hitting your truck?" Do you know what he said? He walked up to my door, my car. He said, "No, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to park by the fire hydrant." What? And you, mind you, he's parking, instead of going the right way, he's parked going the opposite direction, directly in front of his condo. And he was so he was so aggy. And I had to really calm myself because it's the way he said it. And I am not a prejudiced person, by all means, I'm not. But I just be noticing little stuff like with his wife, like she can only come outside when he says that she can come outside. He's one of those type of men. So therefore, it's a way to approach a person. Hi Dion, welcome to the live. Thank you for coming in. And so it's a way to approach a person. So by me saying that, I had to really be careful of what I said to him. And I was nice. I said, "Excuse me, sir." Okay. And then when he started flying off, I had to really catch myself because I was really finna give him the business. You know what I'm saying? And I said to myself, Donna, do it the right way. Because like I said, I've been dealing with this way before he moved in, but he's taken it to a whole nother level. And then he done went and bought two more cars, and they have a whole garage in the back of their condo, a 2-car garage that they can park in. Okay? So you don't went and bought two more other cars to park out here to even block my driveway even more. So that's when I had to address him. And so the way he said it, in other words, he said, no, he's not pulling up away from my driveway. He's going to continue to park there. So what my little self did, I pulled on into my garage and I got my phone. Now, mind you, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I called the city enforcer. I've already called the police out here once, and they said that this public property that they can park out there on the street, but not to block your driveway, to keep you from having to maneuver your way out of your driveway. I don't pay all this mortgage to try to hinder myself to make me uncomfortable so you can be comfortable when you got a whole garage in the back that you can park in. So I took it upon myself and called the city enforcement instead of the police back out here again. So the city enforcement went over there. They came to my house first and then they went over there. And so I don't know what the outcome is going to be. I'm going to see if his truck is moved, which he's gone right now, because I'm pretty sure he was home when they came because the man told me. So, and I want to see what headspace he gonna be in, because sir, I'm not gonna sit up and I'm not gonna argue with you over something that can be taken care of by the city. Okay? And I know if he was parked the wrong way, they can write him a ticket. See, I was trying to avoid all that because I don't want to get nobody in trouble. And I ain't no snitchy person. But when it starts to affect your livelihood, then that's when you need to say something. Okay? But he didn't have to be so arrogant about it and so nasty, because that could have went a whole nother direction, y'all. Because I know this thing right here, my mouth. I know me. I know my temper. So it was best that I pulled in my garage and called the city. to take care of this because he was so nasty. And then he stomped away, and his kids was in the back seat of his truck. So that goes to tell you what goes on inside his house. So he's one of them type of men. He thinks women are right here and he right here. Oh no, honey, not this black woman. And you're not going to keep making me, inconveniencing me all the time, trying to back up out my driveway to keep from hitting your truck. Because if I hit his truck, what y'all think he going to do? If I hit that truck, and mind you, he cherishes this truck because he has a camera directly facing that truck. The camera's sitting on his windowsill and it's facing directly at that truck, facing directly at my house. So therefore, when I come out of my driveway, it's taking a picture of my camera. Of my tag exposed on his camera and whatever else I'm doing outside. You're filming me. You didn't ask me. I didn't agree to that. But anyway, enough about that. And then another situation that was brought to my attention. Y'all know I recently lost my cousin last year. This man right here. I don't know if y'all can see him. He died last year, okay? His wife called me and told me that his truck was stolen out of the driveway. Now, mind you, the whole time when my cousin was living, nobody never bothered that truck. They never tried to steal it. And it was always driven. I guess since my cousin been gone, they don't drive it as much. And like I say, you never know who's watching you. You never know who's watching you. You got to always be aware of your surroundings because people, it's getting hard out here and people don't want to work. So they want to come and steal your stuff. So this particular night, my cousin's wife was at home, but her door was shut and her garage was down. But the neighbor across the street was sitting in her car on the phone. And she told my cousin that she saw a truck pull up with a trailer on the back of it. And she thought that it was her nephew messing around the truck or looking around the truck, getting ready to take the truck. So she didn't think nothing of it. So therefore, if she didn't think nothing of it, she didn't think to call my cousin and tell her, oh, there's a trailer out here in a truck. Now, mind you, this lady is on the phone. She watched this whole thing. She watched them. They didn't break a window out of the truck or anything. They used the tactic how, like, if you lock your keys out of your car, if you lock your keys up in your car, they use this tactic. They put like a blood pressure cuff in the window of the car and they kind of raise it to where it'll open the crack of that door a little bit where they can go in and unlock the door. That's what they did to this truck. That's why it wasn't no glass on the ground. The window didn't get busted out. So therefore, they got in the truck, put it in neutral, and backed it out enough to where they could hook it up on this trailer and drove off with it. Now, mind you, this happened August the 4th. Today is what? What's today's date? Today's date is the 15th. So that truck has been gone 12 days. And this kind of truck, they don't make these trucks anymore, and they're hard to come by. I don't know if y'all seen the lowrider Chevy trucks. They soup them up, and they paint them, and they dress them up. They wrap them now instead of painting them. And so that's probably what they did to it, and probably scraped off. It probably went to a chop shop, and they probably scraped off the VIN number of the truck. Because like I say, they don't make these trucks anymore, and they're hard to come by. Because with my cousin, he has two of them. He has one that's really, really decked out. It's got chrome all on it. And then this one is just like basic, but it's still a nice truck. And he took care of his trucks, and he took pride in them because he was a car person and he liked antique trucks. So therefore, now the truck is gone. My cousin is gone. Instead of them putting that truck in the garage where it would have been safe from getting stolen, and like I told her, that's somebody that knew you, that knew your time of day when you're home and when you're not, and they've been watching that truck and they've been watching you. And they saw their opportunity and they took it. So the truck could be anywhere now. It don't even have to be here in Oklahoma anymore. It could be somewhere in Texas, because I know that when they steal those kind of trucks, they take them to Texas. They take them to Texas and they redo everything on that truck. Even take the VIN number off of it. But anyway, that's going on. Besides that man across the street, and now my cousin's truck is gone. And it was stolen around the anniversary of his funeral, when we had his funeral. That's crazy. People will just are so bold now where they will just pull up in front of your house with a whole trailer and steal a whole car right under people's nose. Now, mind you, everybody over there had a Ring camera, a Ring doorbell camera, but did nobody see nothing? Did nothing show up on camera? That's how I know they studied that truck. They studied the times of what time she's not going to be paying attention, and they saw their opportunity, and then they took it. Yeah. Ain't that sad, y'all? Let me read the comments. That's crazy. So I put a post up on my community wall. If y'all could share it out on your community wall, whatever. Like I say, the truck could be anywhere. And I don't know what cities that everybody follows me in. And if you could, please, because she's really upset about that, which I am too. Because like I said, my cousin's gone now, his truck is gone. But yeah. Other than that, guys, ain't nothing too much going on. I just came on to vent and rant about this man over here, and I'll keep y'all updated on the outcome of the truck blocking my driveway. I'm not going to keep inconveniencing myself any longer. I've done it for 4 years now, going on 5. I'm not going to keep doing that. So basically, I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm getting ready to go out to the store, and I will check in with you guys later. Thank you guys for coming in. Tracy, Dion, Sassy, Slim Shell. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you, Dion. It's always a pleasure to see you, hon. See you later, everybody. Bye.